Hi, you're watching The Wrestle Gamer on WGS-TV.
You have warped your way into another episode of WGS-TV right here on YouTube.com/WrestleGamer. I'm the WrestleGamer, Double B, Bully Boudreaux. Quick programming update, guys and gals. Since I failed kind of miserably to kind of put one video for an outro because the annotation wouldn't fit, I'm going to go back to a two video rotation. When it comes to the video games, when it comes to Double B plays. So it's going to be Honey Pop and The Walking Dead until I get to the end of it. And if I could... oh, I can't reach it from here. I'm in the middle of my setup. But I did pick up Batman Arkham Knight. So look forward to that as well. Also, a quick note, because I kind of... this is the second take I've done the review, because I kind of found myself ranting with the fact that somebody flagged two of my videos and got them taken down from 2013. I just want to say this very, very briefly and very, very quickly. When you're on YouTube, you're subject to scrutiny, as am I, because I have my own personal preferences and my own personal opinions that I like to vocalize and share with you guys here on the channel. Apparently some people don't feel the same way. They feel if you like John Cena, then you're not a real wrestling fan, you're a kid, you're a retard, and I've been called a host of names from Cena haters out there, because I will not, and one has actually gone to the lengths that he's actually sent me a message saying that if I didn't start hating John Cena like he did, that he was going to flag all of my videos and get my channel shut down. I just want to send a quick message to you, because your name will no longer be mentioned and you will not get the attention that you deserve on here. However, if I do have another video pulled down because of you false flagging my videos because I respect John Cena, I will submit I have visual evidence of that message that you sent me. I have visual evidence of that comment that you sent me saying that you were going to flag all of my videos because I like John Cena. And if one more of my videos goes down because of you, I will submit that evidence to Google and I will have you stopped permanently on YouTube. You do not have a right to shut my voice down because you don't like my opinions. If you don't like my opinions, unsubscribe to my channel and go somewhere else. But for those of you who actually enjoy what I do on here, and I know there are a few of you out there who do, I'm going to go ahead and get the Raw review started. Quick note, I want to mention a couple of things before officially. When it pertains to the finale segment, when it happened, apparently JB Noble did suffer an injury. He broke 3 of his ribs when Brock Lesnar slammed him against the guardrail. WWE Medical was on him like that, and was able to save him in time. And because he did, JB Noble did put out on his Twitter that he did have a hard time breathing, and I think anyone with broken ribs would have a terrible time breathing. But he is okay. So that's good. So, yeah, hell of a first week from Brock Lesnar. I gotta say this. For Lesnar to return, they even addressed it in the opening segment. For Lesnar to return, he had to apologize to JBL, which he did. And then he also had to apologize to Michael Cole, which he then proceeded to give him a noogie. And I wonder if hashtag Noogie City trended at all last night on Twitter. I wonder. Kane and Dean Ambrose, pretty straightforward. Seth Rollins would come out, run interference. Kane would then chokeslam Dean Ambrose off the top rope, and Kane would pick up the win. And I'll bring up a question about the run-in interference, because to me it could have tied into two different angles. It could tie into the angle of Rollins wanting to make up with the Authority, the members of the Authority, and also it could have tied into Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. And I was wondering if we were going to see that. Well, I'll address it when I get to that part in the show. The Primetime Players and the Ascension. Man, I feel bad for the Ascension. I mean, they're just getting absolutely buried in WWE. It's just ridiculous. They were so good in NXT. Why wouldn't WWE main roster just continue with that? Continue that flow that they had. And instead, they made them look like jokes. And I don't agree with that. Darren Young would hit the Gutbuster on Viktor to pick up the win. Sheamus and Roman Reigns. Hashtag Roman versus Sheamus, for those of you who watched it on WWE last night. Very good match. I did halfway expect to see Bray Wyatt appearing on the Titantron to distract Roman Reigns, which forced him to run to the back. And I guess officially Sheamus would win by countout. And I don't know, my twin sister was telling me earlier today that she doesn't think Roman Reigns is actually quite believable in this storyline. And I gotta say, I don't know if I agree with that to an extent. Because of the fact this is Roman Reigns' really first good storyline he's had with Bray Wyatt. So I want to see how it plays out, how what direction the angle goes, and how well they work with it, before I can actually pass and make a final judgment on whether or not it was suitable to use Roman Reigns against Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt wasn't really doing anything. I mean, what was he doing? He was doing absolutely nothing. Nothing. So that's why they needed to use him. Neville and Kofi Kingston. Good match. One-on-one. Yeah, I was hoping to see more stuff. With the New Day being there, Primetime Players, like they did on SmackDown, came up to even up the odds. And Neville would end up hitting the red arrow on Kofi Kingston to pick up the win. How long will it be until they can stop addressing Neville, Adrian Neville, as the new sensation in WWE? Because he's not really that new. Well, maybe he's new to the main roster people who don't have NXT. But to those of us who have watched NXT religiously, for me, religiously, since October of 2014, then yeah, Neville is not exactly new to us, but to the main roster people who don't have the network, maybe. But how long will it be? How long is it I don't even know how to word the question correctly. How long will it be until we will stop referring to Neville as the new sensation? That is the question I was trying to bleh out. King Barrett and Zack Ryder. What the only thing I'm going to say about this angle is it's freaking weird. I mean, R-Truth is out there with a paper crown, bed sheets, and a toilet plunger, calling himself the king. He could be the toilet king, maybe. However, the Rickhead, who was doing some guest coverage for me last night because of some personal reasons, he didn't find R-Truth too funny. Neither did Zack Ryder, as King Barrett hit the bullhammer on Ryder to pick up the win. They did bring up an interesting notion about maybe the title being a defendable title. And again, would that bring some relevancy back to the King of the Ring title in WWE if it becomes a defendable title again instead of the a tournament? You know, would that bring some relevancy back to it? Because that's the way they used to do it in the Golden Era. The King of Wrestling title was a defendable title. The crown was always on the line. So maybe if they do that with Barrett and R-Truth, and they make the King of the Ring title a defendable title, which has to be defended all the time. Kind of like hardcore rules, in a sense, for the hardcore title. And so that's another question to you guys. Would that bring some more relevancy back to the King of the Ring title? I'll be watching you guys' comments, and I will respond. John Cena would come back out to respond to Kevin Owens. all I'm going to say is if we're going to have another match, I'm really going to look forward to it. Because the first two matches, you know, the one that we had at the Elimination Chamber and the one we had at Money in the Bank was awesome. It was amazingly good. And we're going to have a rubber match for Battlegrounds. That is going to be something I'm looking forward to. Regardless of, and again, regardless of what the Cena haters out there, and apparently Kevin Owens is starting to attract his own brand of haters just because, you know, the dude's not ripped. And I got to say this, I am not an Owens hater. I am not. Actually, Owens has grown on me. Because I was already sold on his in-ring ability. His mic skills when he first became NXT champion, you know, he's going like, "Oh, I'm Kevin Owens, I'm NXT champion, what did you expect?" But he's grown from that. And I think that this is huge. And I'm really looking forward to what they do at Battleground. Now, there was a lot of speculation as to what would happen, you know, with Paige trying to possibly bring up an NXT diva. But Paige was not there because of Tough Enough. If you guys are wondering out there, I'm not going to waste my time with Tough Enough. I'm sorry. I didn't waste my time when Stone Cold was on it. It produced no talents. The winner, Silent Rage, Andy Reid, I think his name, did nothing. So, if the Tough Enough with Stone Cold Steve Austin did not yield any credible superstars, or any credible talent, for that matter, then why should I waste my time with this? Anyway, I'm asking you guys a lot of questions for the comments this week. So it was just Naomi and Tamina taking on the Bella Twins with Alicia Fox in a corner. Nikki would hit the rack attack on Naomi. My only surprise about this is that they didn't put the hashtag Total Divas in the corner. Probably because I don't think Tamina's on Total Divas. Ryback and Mark Henry with Big Show and commentary. I'm going to say so-so match. It was alright for the talent that we were working with. Two big heavyweights like that. Ryback would hit a top rope splash on Mark Henry to pick up the win. Big Show wasn't happy about that. They would have a confrontation backstage that was kind of dry and stale. Just a tad. I know Rick had kind of just kind of crapped in their cereal in a sense when it comes to that backstage segment, and I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. It wasn't that bad to say that it was a boring segment. Now, for there's been rumors speculating about Dolph Ziggler and possibility of Dolph Ziggler leaving WWE if he didn't get a push soon. So what did they do? They put him against Adam Rose. Does anybody have any idea what the hell they're doing with Adam Rose? Besides getting to tongue kiss Rosa Mendez on live TV? One thing I will say this, so a lot of fans have been wondering, when will they let Lana put her hair down? And she definitely did last night on Monday Night Raw. She was making out with Dolph Ziggler after Ziggler hit a super kick on Adam Rose as he came off the top rope to pick up the win. Interesting thing to take away from this, very, very interesting, is the fact that Rusev once again lost his cool and threw his crutches down, and he ended up sitting on the floor. And who would come to offer him some comfort and hand him back his crutch? Summer Rae. Where are they going with this? Are they going to really now try to credibly use Summer Rae in a storyline? It's going to be interesting to see how they do it. Now, Seth Rollins would try to, again, I'm just trying to, I got to stretch the back. Yep, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yep, you seen a fat guy doing a lame exercise on Monday Night Raw review. I can't believe I even did that. Seth Rollins would try to do the, try to apologize to Kane and the Authority, J&J Security. Then now would come Brock Lesnar, which would lead to the confrontation that we have. And then eventually the Authority would start to get the better of Brock Lesnar. And here's a question that I wanted to pose at the onset of this review. You know, the way they could have played this out, they could have had Dean Ambrose come out there and make the save. Because then not only it would have tied into the storyline of Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins, but it also could tie into a storyline of Dean Ambrose and Kane, and Dean Ambrose and versus the Authority. WWE could have played that route, but they did not do it. And I gotta say, worst segment was Seth Rollins' pedigree to Brock Lesnar, because it was not done right. It was executed sloppily. And just, I'm pretty sure Paul Levesque was looking back there like, oh God, how could they fuck it up like that? Oh, and that was horrible to see. It was really, really bad. Now, as far as best match of the night, I'm actually going to give it to, because we really don't have an exciting crop of matches this week on Monday Night Raw to pick from. I'm going to go Sheamus and Roman Reigns. It was by far the most interesting, with an honorable mention to the John Cena Kevin Owens segment. So overall, Monday Night Raw is going to get a 3.25 out of 5 from yours truly. Well, I want to know from you guys out there, the viewers and subscribers, your thoughts on Monday Night Raw this week. What are your overall scores? What are your picks for best and worst match or segment of Monday Night Raw this week? I definitely want to hear what you guys have to say. I always respond to anyone's comments in the comments section, regardless of how irrelevant it might be to the video. I still talk with you guys in the comments, so be sure you put your comments in the comment section below. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to follow me on social media, on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And also, if you haven't yet, please subscribe to youtube.com/WrestleGamer for more content like this. Be sure you also check out Double B Plays every day, Sunday through Friday, Saturdays, Mid-South Extreme, especially live this Saturday, June 27th in Elton, Louisiana. Be sure you check out Facebook.com/Mid-South Extreme for more information on upcoming dates when you can check out Mid-South Extreme. So, with that being said, guys and gals, I am the WrestleGamer Double B Bully Boudreaux saying we'll see ya at the next Warp Zone. Oh God, I don't even want to think about that.
Intergalactic.
Concussion number 3 will be